Coming up on JNN, we take a look at our new principal, Anaisa Medina opens the JNN Spring Sports Box, and a Grigori family shares their story on rugby. We also take a look at the Trend Report with Julia Lobo, and Tabari Devone returns with crowdsourcing. All this and more on today's JNN.
Good morning, Grigori High. I'm Stephanie Romero.
And I'm Krista Aspiris. Today is Friday, March 13th.
Today is also the end of the third quarter.
This means we get out early today.
So let's get started. With Mr. Albritton's departure, former Associate Principal Godot has taken over the title of Principal for the remainder of the 2015 school year. Jake Bailey files this report.
I would encourage everyone to take care and think.
A trademark of Principal Albritton's career, the morning announcements, have come under new ownership, along with the title itself.
Take care when you're crossing the streets.
As difficult as it was to have Mr. Albritton leave, and as sad as everybody was to see him go, we have such a great team of people here that it has really made the transition as good as it can go, I think. With the transition of me into the interim principal role, obviously that left the curriculum and instruction assistant principal or associate principal job open.
For the remainder of the year, Godot's former position will be held by retired administrator Richard Shabazian. Our two other administrators, Mr. Springer and Mr. Jaramillo, plan to stay in their current roles for this and next school year.
And those are really, critical positions on our campus. We are set up a bit differently than other high schools in Modesto City Schools, and they have a very integral role in our small learning communities. Having stability out there has really been important, especially in this transition.
Having held many positions since Grigori opened its doors, Godot has reached his goal of becoming full-time principal.
I was out here when these were dirt fields and we were still picking, the colors to paint on the gym floor and what the logo was going to look like. And so to be in this position now really for me is a dream come true.
As of now, Godot's position is temporary, and he hopes to get the full position for next school year. This has been Jake Bailey reporting for JNN.
Thanks, Jake. Dance production auditions for next school year will be on Friday, March 20th at 3:30 in the dance room. The drama department will be performing Cyrano de Bergerac, which is a twist on the novel Cyrano de Bergerac. The play opens on the 26th. The Wrestling Awards banquet will be on Wednesday, March 18th at 6:30 in room L101. Next up, Anaisa Medina comes to us from the JNN Spring Sports Box.
What's up, Jags? I'm Anaisa Medina coming to you from the JNN Spring Sports Box. Today, we touch base with every sport to see where they are and what is expected. First up, baseball. With a current record of 1-3, the Jags are off to a slow start, following last season's league title win and making it to their first round of playoffs where they lost against St. Mary's. Here's a few things to keep in mind for this season. After losing only 4 seniors to graduation, the team expects to go further into playoffs this year. Next up, softball. The Lady Jags also earned a league title last year, with only 1 loss before making it to the semifinals and playoffs. They expect to go far this year with a strong lineup, a powerful group of seniors, and a well-experienced team to take into lead. The Lady Jags battled against Oakdale on Tuesday in extra innings. They scored 2 in the first inning, and Oakdale came back with 2 in the second inning to tie the game. The Lady Jags fought hard throughout the game and came out strong in the 8th inning with the final score of 4-3. On to girls soccer. Their preseason record is 7-0. As of Tuesday, after defeating Sierra 2-0. Coach Cantalco's goal this season is to continue the team's successes and create an environment in which the girls feel appreciated. We took a closer look into this year's team and expectations. New faces are making an appearance on this year's varsity team. including head coach Mike Consalco.
I've been coaching for a number of years, a lot of the kind of more of a youth coach. As far as high school, I hadn't coached a high school team until I came here to Grigori. Mr. Duell encouraged me to coach the boys team, and I've learned a lot from him as well as a lot from my assistant coaches in regards to coaching high school.
Many talented girls tried out for this year's soccer team, making Coach Quetzalco's job a challenge from the start.
That's probably the hardest part about coaching is cutting players. It was very, very competitive. We had a lot of girls out, and I guess that's a good problem to have. There's some schools that don't have enough players to field competitive teams, but we were able to.
A lot of people were nervous about making the team or not because of the skill level that was coming out.
The players expect a power shift in league this year. Enox has dominated consecutively for the past 5 years. Downey High School and Grigori are viewed by many as the main competitors this season.
They're the same as us. They have a lot of comp players, but we stand out because we have those gaps filled with a lot of our comp players, and they do have the weak gaps. We are favored to take MMC this year because of all the skill that's come into our program. We have a lot of new competitive players coming in, and freshmen coming up and sophomores coming up to play for us that didn't play for us last year.
I think we're deep at every position, whether it's defense, mid, forwards, goalies.
That depth has contributed to Grigori's undefeated preseason record.
We just took first place in the Pittman tournament, which makes the rest of our season look really promising.
I think one of the advantages that we have is that we've played top-level competition in the preseason. Other things is we have a lot of players on our team that have a lot of experience. We're big, we're physical, we're fast. We beat some really good teams in the preseason. It's very encouraging and we're very optimistic.
Track and field. The girls' track team has maintained an MMC title since the school opened. Coach Philpott expects to set new records and maintain the title. The boys, on the other hand, are looking for their first league title of their own this season. Last season, the boys' golf team finished with a record of 10-2. They are currently undefeated in both preseason and league. The boys beat Johansson on March 3rd, 207-285, before defeating Modesto 197-252 on March 5th. They won against Enox on Tuesday with a score of 197-202. Ex-pro golfer Dana Ebster joins Coach Stewart as an assistant coach this season. Their overall goal is to win league and make it to sections as a team. The boys' tennis team begins this season with very experienced returning players, with freshmen also fitting in at the top of the ladder. The boys face Davis on Tuesday, where they finished with a win of 9-0. After speaking with Coach Duell, he is confident that playoffs are in the near future for the boys. Matt Porget is the new swim and dive coach, who comes from a strong Ripon swim and dive team. The Jags faced Fire March 6th, where the varsity boys team won 99-68 and varsity girls lost 96-60. There are 3 siblings on campus who play an unusual sport that is not offered in the school district. Tommy Tran and Lauren Torpy bring you the story.
The MacDonald siblings play rugby because of their father. Scott MacDonald has devoted 30 years of his life to the sport he loves, influencing his 3 teenage kids to play rugby.
I started because of him, because he's played it his whole life, but I got into it.
I went out my sophomore year and tried it once, but I was playing club volleyball, so I didn't have time. And then I had Powder Puff junior year, and it got really intense, and so I needed a better outlet for that, and so I joined junior year and stuck with it.
Well, my whole family did it, and so I decided that I might as well try it, and I came out and I really liked it.
They all are a part of the Pleasanton Cavaliers Rugby Club. Both Tegan and Mia play on the varsity girls team, and Alex plays for the JV boys, with their father as the coach. The rugby club is located in Pleasanton. The family commutes an hour there and back for practice.
We get in the car and we end up picking up a bunch of kids from all over the city to take them to practice. And then we'll sit in traffic on the 580 all the way up there, and then we get there and then we'll practice, we'll warm up, we'll do rucking and passing drills and stuff like that. And then practice ends at 9:30, so it's kind of a slog back home trying to stay awake until you get home.
So to get homework done and to be able to just spend time with my friends, it's kind of difficult.
Despite the inconveniences, rugby has brought the McDonald's opportunities they might not have had otherwise.
It's nice because we get to go to tournaments together. So like before it was kind of house divided between the boys would go to rugby and the girls would stay home, but now we all go together and that's fun.
But not only as a family, but individually too.
The past 4 years we've won Northern California final. We got third in Southern California for the international tournament.
It's a highlight last year for being a second year, beating probably the number 6 team in the nation, and then going to national championships and winning our division.
Well, I couldn't be prouder of them. You know, they're not just on the team, but they're the captains, leaders, and stars of the team.
It's like hearing like a really good song, and you want everyone to hear that song.
This has been Tommy Tran and Lauren Torpy reporting for JNN.
Thanks, Tommy and Lauren. Today, swim and dive will face Davis, track will be at the Stanislaus County meet, and soccer will open their league season against Fire. Check out JagNetworkNews for updated scores and upcoming games. That's it for your Spring Sports Box this week. I'm Anaisa Medina. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Anaisa. Battle of the Sexes week is next week. Here are the dress-up days. Monday, Nike versus Pink. Tuesday, Greasers versus Pink Ladies. Wednesday, Gossip Girl versus Gossip Boy. Thursday, Dynamic Duos. And Friday, Pink versus Blue. Following the Battle of the Sexes week is the Spring Fling Sadie Hawkins. This event will be held outdoors on Friday, March 20th from 8 to 11 p.m. Now, Julia Lobo brings us her second rendition of the Trend Report.
What's up, Jags? I'm Julia Lobo with the Trend Report. In today's episode, we're covering a big trend here at Grigori. Last time, I talked about what we wear. This time, what we drive. If you've ever looked in the parking lot, I'm sure you've noticed the variety of cars. So, let's take a look. Sports cars. Mustangs, Nissans, and foreign imports fall into this category. They're known for their unique colors, loud engines, and modifying the original parts, making them both an investment and a statement. Now, Senior Chris Lopez shows us what it's like to own one of these cars.
Hi, I'm Chris Lopez. I'm a senior, and I drive the Nissan 350Z. So things I've done in my car, I've done Nismo body kit all around. I put Mustang wheels on it. I've done a lot of stickers on it. I don't know, it's just a thing I do. Color scheme is Tiffany blue and gloss black. I have a Magnaflow catback exhaust with a Megan Racing white pipe. Fixing up a car and everything, I would probably describe it as a financial mistake. If you go all out, you're gonna invest a lot of money. A lot of money. And you'll probably regret it at the end, but as long as you like what you've built and everything, I say it's completely worth it. I am. I'm very happy with my car.
Jeeps. Known for both their function and looks, Jeeps are becoming more and more popular. Whether a Wrangler or a Cherokee, Jeeps are perfect to take on off-road adventures. I spoke to Senior Nikki Gear about how she transformed her Jeep into a statement piece.
Hi, I'm Nikki Gear, and this is my 2014 Jeep Wrangler. So when I first got my Jeep, it was all stock, and I added pink to it to kind of pop it out more, make it look more girly and different from other Jeeps. And my license plate, it's a nickname from my mother. I don't know, she just always called me that, and I figured instead of a boring old license plate, why not get a funny one? A Jeep has always been my dream car because you can always do a lot to it. You can take it anywhere. It's really like cute and fun, and everyone likes Jeeps.
And that wraps up the latest trends. Tweet a picture of your car with the Twitter hashtag TrendReportWithJulia to be featured on JagNewsNet. Well, I'm Julia Lobo, and that's what's trending. Back to you, Krista. Thanks, Julia. 12 acts competed in last Friday's talent show. Kevin Bangy, Kerrigan Cook, Karina Hart, and Ha-Young Oh performed an instrumental medley with a vocal act placing third. The School of Hard Knocks hip-hop dance crew came in second with a student choreographed piece. Cal Parker and Khalil Williams won the talent show with a performance that combined Cal's vocals with Khalil's saxophone. Congratulations to all the acts. The top 2 winners will be competing in the District Tournament of Talent on May 7th at Downey High School. The host of the talent show was Senior Chris Anedo. a magician who has dedicated 10 years of his life to magic. Angie Morales now brings you his story.
Senior Chris Onito is a showman who enchants his audience with his sleight of hand. His talent comes from years of dedication.
Magic is something you do, something you practice, something you experiment with. Magic is not knowing what you're seeing, that look in someone's eye when you just fooled the pants off of them and they have no idea how to explain it. That's magic.
Onito's commitment began when he was 7 years old. Practicing the craft has become a part of his daily routine.
Magic really helps me speak to people. And when you can speak to people and when you have an inner voice inside of you, you can do anything you want to.
Chris's confidence shows through his performances and has also impressed the people around him.
Chris just really likes magic. I mean, it's just one of his special talents, I feel like he didn't choose magic, magic chose him.
I don't think I realized how good he was. I mean, you don't really think of a high school student as being able to do all of these things that he does. So I was pleasantly surprised and impressed with how good he is, because that was not what I would have expected.
Chris's magic has also helped him gain opportunities, such as being this year's MC at Gregori's Got Talent.
I'm used to performing on stage. I usually do close-up stuff. And every time you go on, there's a little bit of nervous jitters, but once you get on there, I mean, I know that's where I'm comfortable. I just get in the zone and I know what to do.
With magic shops disappearing in the state, Chris hopes to counteract this by one day opening his own.
People tell me, oh, I was into magic for a while, and then I grew out of it. And I just guess I never grew out of it.
This has been Angie Morales and Krista Spiris reporting for JNN.
Thanks, Angie and Krista. Gregori's Science Olympiad brought home a number of awards from Saturday's competition. Alex Jensen and Karina Bauman placed first in Compound Machines. Cassandra Ramsdale placed first in Disease Detectives. Christina Chan and Nate Jensen placed second for Cell Biology. Sam Stapley and Alex Miranda placed second for Green Generation. Noah Spencer and Dylan Slinker placed third for Bridge Building, and Alex Miranda placed third for Dynamic Plane. Congratulations to all who competed. The blood drive will be on Monday, March 23rd. Information and permission slips are available in the SBO. Are you interested in traveling to Greece and Italy in 2016? There will be a meeting on Monday, March 30th in room N206. One of few restaurants in the Salida community is the Salida Country Kitchen. Matthew gives us a closer look at this local joint.
I'm standing here in Salida on the corner of Broadway and Morgan, right outside of Salida Country Kitchen. This tiny little restaurant is very popular in the community and even pulls in people from many other places. The pull to this restaurant is not only because of the food offered here, but because of the unique community-driven atmosphere.
I'm in partnership with Tammy Osterkamp and myself. We own the Salida Country Kitchen. We've owned it for the last, it'll be 10 years this October. And it is the local hangout. It's sort of a restaurant of the old Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
The people, the customers. I mean, I have made so many friends and gotten to know so many people. And it's just been phenomenal.
What makes this experience so phenomenal is the community.
We have many Bible studies, business meetings, so many organization groups of peoples and individuals that we've gotten to know. And it's been a real blessing in my life, and I know in my partner's life as well. And yeah, that's my very favorite part are the people.
Also the local owners, are great. Gary and Tammy just know how to treat people. You feel really welcome here.
Well, we come try to make it every day, usually 5-6 days a week. We've been coming to the Salida Country Kitchen for probably 20 years. It's a camaraderie, everybody. We play a lot of liar's dice, and we tell all kinds of stories. We tell stories about life, farming, family, and it's just an enjoyable experience. It's kind of an everyday, you kind of have to be here in the morning to make your day right.
The Salida Country Kitchen continues to carry on traditions such as the Chicken Fried Steak Challenge and hanging up special cups for their regulars.
Basically, they're early morning farmer guys. Got to have their own cups, and they got their names on them. People get a kick out of it.
This restaurant has been open for over 25 years and will continue to serve the Salida community for years to come. This has been Matthew Martinez reporting for JNN.
Thanks, Matthew. Students will be awarded the Academic Block G in a dessert banquet on March 31st in the cafeteria. The reception starts at 6:30. Juniors who received a letter for a signature and a student record for your UC, you must sign and complete the form to Ms. Shepard by Friday the 27th. For seniors who applied to CSU Northridge, see Ms. Shepard about your 2015 application. Also, seniors, see Ms. Shepard to inform her of any scholarships or acceptances. The Distracted Driving Awareness Week begins on the 23rd. There will be a student campaign, activities, and dress-up days to follow. Next up, Tabari Devone brings us crowdsourcing.
Hey, what's up, Jags? It's Tabari Devone going out for crowdsourcing. Today, we're going to see what your childhood show was. What was your favorite childhood show?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers. If you don't know who Tommy is, you're not a Power Rangers fan. You gotta be Power Rangers.
You better know Tommy or you're not a Power Ranger fan. Boom!
One of the best little Einsteins. We're going on a trip and our favorite rocket ship zooming through the sky. Little Einstein. Hey! Nobody with me?
I got you.
Jimmy Neutron.
Forever and ever. What did he go like? Brain blast! Exactly. Oh, I loved it.
Scooby-Doo.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character?
Scooby-Doo.
iCarly. Zoe 101.
Wait, what year were you guys born?
1999.
That's why.
I was Raven.
You was.
I was.
You was.
No, I really was. This isn't a game.
Okay. If you was Raven, what's the theme song?
Are you serious? That's it's the future. I can see that's already.
How about you?
This wasn't really a childhood show, but when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Fresh Prince and Friends.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
You're not gonna get me to sing, no.
Ed, and Eddie. There's some just.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that show in heck long. Remember when he was like in the board? Yeah.
It's like hanging out your mouth.
Yeah. I'm Tabari Devone, and this has been Crowdsourcing. I'll see you next time.
Remember that Battle of the Sexes week begins Monday.
So be sure to dress up and to go to Sadie's Friday night.
Well, that's it for JNN today. I'm Stephanie Romero.
And I'm Krista Aspiris.
See you next time.